welcome back to Mystic Winnie. Today's pick a card reading is your natural hidden talents and gifts. These are your abilities that you naturally have. Some of you may be aware of those gifts and just want more insight, or some can be completely clueless to it, and we're going to help you with that today. Today's going to be a little different. We have 6 piles. 3 of these piles will be from my deck and it'll be my reading, and 3 of these piles will be from Key's deck and it'll be her reading. But still pick a number that's calling out to you regardless of what deck or reader that's being used. Okay, we're gonna get started. Okay, pile number 1. If I had to assign these signs, I would say it would be Sagittarius, Aries, Capricorn, and Cancer. Right off the bat, I feel that if you pick pile number 1, you're probably really good at being in isolation, and I think most of your hidden talents and gifts will come to you if you're being alone. I think you're really good at not letting other people persuade you or affect the decisions that you make for yourself. And I think my best advice for you is anything that you're trying to do in the now or in the future would not to base it off someone's opinion or someone's advice or anyone else's direction for you. It has to be something that you yourself decide, because these are a lot of solo cards. These are not cards that are like based off of anyone else. I think because a lot of your abilities come out when you're alone or when you're isolated, I feel that you probably have a very strong intuition when it comes to people. I feel you're able to weed out whether someone is a frenemy or an enemy, or if someone's just really not good for you. Whether you take that upon yourself to weed people out, then that's different. But I feel like you're pretty much aware what type of person a person is upon first meeting them. Also, for pile number 1, what I'm getting is that you'll be really good at manifestation, which most of us are good at manifestation, but I feel that that'll be a specific talent to you, especially due to the isolation cards. I think that I feel like you burn out and you get tired easily. Probably 9 out of 10, if you pick pile number 1, you're probably an introverted person, or you experience some type of social anxiety to some type of degree, because I get being around a lot of people or being around just certain people will really like irritate you or get you into a type of just not in a good mood. So I feel because of that, you probably don't do as much as you possibly could. I feel like you don't probably go out as much as you possibly could. And because of that, unfortunately, you're probably like preventing yourself in a way from finding out what you're specifically good at. Also, I would say if you pick pile number 1, you should probably get into meditation, because especially with the 4 of Cups card, I mean, she's even meditating in the tarot card itself, but also with the 9 of Swords reverse, that represents just being in your thoughts and being in your patterns. So I really feel like whatever your thoughts are, it really does come true for you. So I feel that whatever type of thoughts you harbor on the most will most likely come to fruition. So just be very, very careful about the things that you think about. And I think you should also get into meditation, because I feel like once you meditate, most of the talent and abilities that you're seeking will come to you, like through that meditation and through those manifestation abilities. Also, I feel like if you pick pile number 1, you probably are single, or if you are in a relationship, I feel like relationships are very difficult for you. I feel like you probably go through frequent breakups, or they're not really long lasting, or have the ability to last. They have the ability to last long, but they never do for some reason, because I feel like in a way you're meant to be alone for at least the first half of your life for sure. There's a lot of like lessons that need to be learned, and I feel for some reason if you pick pile number 1, these lessons can only be learned by you being by yourself to a certain amount of degree. So I do get it, like a lot of breakups, especially with the 2 Cups reverse. A lot of breakups can come from this pile, and a lot of relationships aren't long lasting if you pick pile number 1. I feel that it takes a lot for you to do things that most people probably don't even have to think about doing. I feel like some things, and I really think these are all like social things, so probably like going to a concert, anything that involves any type of like communication or having to interact with people. I feel that it takes a lot of energy out of you even before you even get to that place. You really are burnt out from that, and it really exhausts you from some reason. So I really do think that you need to not possibly, but more likely start getting into meditation. That way you're able to recharge yourself and then get back into being in, the social world. If I had to like suggest like what type of jobs you could do, since it's like isolation and being by yourself, I'm trying to think of jobs. That's why it sucks if you have social anxiety, because it's really hard to find jobs that don't include having to socialize with someone. But probably something that really doesn't take too much socialization, so maybe like a janitor. Who the fuck wants to be that? You will probably be into like maybe a truck driver. You're probably into like creative endeavors such as like painting or things of that nature, where you're providing a service but it's not too much communication that has to be had. Anything like with food service, which of course if you're into that, that's great, but I feel that those jobs would be very difficult for you. You'll have a hard time flourishing in those jobs, and it'll just drain you and make you not feel like good about yourself or good about life. So I would suggest whatever job or field you want to go into, it has to be something where you can that has the least social interactions as possible, which is very hard to find jobs that don't have that much social interaction. So yeah, if you pick pile number 1, overall, just to summarize this, I would say try to start getting into manifestation tips, get into meditation, and get into actually practicing your intuition when it comes to others, because you are able to weed out who are your real friends and who are not your real friends. And if you start to practice that, you'll be able to guide yourself to how to utilize those talents for the job or career field that you want to go into. Thank you. If this gave you any type of insight or clarity, please like, comment, subscribe, share, and have a good day. Okay, pile number 2, what are your natural hidden talents, gifts, or abilities that you're completely unaware of or aware of but still pick pile number 2? Okay, so right off the bat, I feel that if I had to just give you a career just based off of this, I think that you would really be good at like being like a drug counselor, anything like helping people get off of drugs, which is very strange, but that's what the cards are saying. Oh, if I had to assign these signs, I would give this Cancer, Pisces, Taurus, Virgo. But yes, I think you would be really good at just helping people when it comes to like rehabilitative things, so such as anyone that was on drugs specifically, or maybe homeless people, anything like kind of like giving back and just like helping people get to a better version of themselves all over again. I really think that you're good at getting people to their higher self, and really good at like empowering and like motivating and just like pushing people to be the best version of themselves. You kind of have that naturally. Some of you guys are probably very traditional and have a certain way that you do things. If I'm looking at the signs, this seems like a Taurus. That seems kind of more catered to the Taurus. And that's funny because the Hierophant actually represents the Taurus, which is traditionalism, but I'm thinking that's more of the Tauruses that picked pile number 2. I feel that you guys are very like specific on the things that you do in your life. Like you have to do this a certain way. You have rules that you've like programmed in your head, and if like things don't go by those rules, then like it's very kind of black and white. Either it's bad or it's good. You never give it a chance to just kind of like be in between. This can be a good thing because you're so You're so able to stick to your values and adhere to your beliefs to where no one can persuade you or convince you to do something that is of a negative nature. So I get that, like, in a way, your hidden talent is your ability to not really fall victim to, I guess what you would say, like, the negative things are in life, such as drugs or like just anything that could like negatively influence your life. In a way, you're able to just be kind of like very stuck in your morals and stuck in your ways, to where like something that someone else who will probably be easily influenced by that, or easily influenced by like a negative person or just anything of that nature, you're able to just be like, no, like, I'm good, I don't want to do that, and I'm not going to do that, and you stick by that. So that is a talent within itself, because not everybody has that ability to say no. You're also very patient. You're willing to wait for the things that need to be waited on. You're basically the poster person for delayed gratification. You're able to wait and work, and this reminds me of Taurus and Virgo energy, which I put for the signs for this pile. But you're able to wait for what you want and wait for the things that you want in life. You don't have to have it right now. And a lot of people, or not a lot of people, some people kind of struggle with that. They tend to want like fame right now, success right now, and then they haven't put any type of work or energy or steps to get there. So you're never like in a rush to get what you need, which kind of links back to the drug thing too, of course, because you know, if you take drugs and stuff like that, it's kind of like you want this instant happiness now. And like someone who would be patient enough to just wait for like their goals and stuff to come to them, they don't really need those type of things either. Like they're able to just work hard for what they want. I feel that you're super aware of who you are as a person, and you're super aware of the things that you want in life. Even, that's what I really think whoever picked pile number 2 kind of already has, for the most part, what career that they want to go into. They kind of already have like everything kind of, for the most part, planned out, because that's just what I'm getting from this pile. I do think it's like not too many people. This would probably be like the Cancer and Pisces in pile number 2. I feel that you guys are kind of maybe possibly going through like an indecision period right now on what career field to go into. I would say do something that has the most, that involves helping the community the most. Like anything like community, organization, or helping others, whichever involves that the most. I think that's the career field that you should choose for yourself if you are going through this indecisive period of what you should decide to do for your career. That's what I would suggest to do, just based off of these cards, because that's something that you're naturally gonna be really good at. So that's all I have for pile number 2 for hidden talent, gifts, or abilities. If this gave you some type of insight or clarity on what you want to do or what you're trying to do, then please like, comment, subscribe, or share. Thank you so much and have a good day.
Okay guys, I'm Key. I'm gonna read to you guys what pile number 3 is. I feel like off tops, Temperance is the card that like showed itself while I was shuffling. Like it decided that it wanted to pop out and say, hey, here I am. So I get from that you have a natural ability to go into any situation and take exactly what you need out of that situation, nothing more, nothing less. Like, you know, like you're able to get, you know, the fundamental parts of any situation and take that and use that for your advantage. I feel like you like don't get caught up in like the access. Like you probably have like a very practical mind. I feel like which is a good advantage, because you know some people, they make decisions and they do things off of impulse or off of emotions and stuff, and I feel like you are very practical in the way you deal with situations. I feel like you're really self-reliant in a way in which you can overcome many obstacles that are thrown at you, I get that you're very confident, and that helps you a lot in your success. You have a natural talent for learning new skills and abilities, and you're able to master them and, like really shine through, like really become the student, becomes the master. You really have a good ability in which you like really come out on top. I feel like you also have like a natural ability to gain wealth, like to get wealth in a way in which it seems like it's magnetic. Like I feel like like money probably like comes to you, like flocks to you, or it seems like you might attract people that are very beneficial in your wealth. And it seems like you're lucky in a way that, like I said, you always, like, basically it seems like you're lucky because you have that ability to always be on top. But really that's because of your mind. That's really because of the fact that you're able to remain stern and focused through all the endeavors that you go through. I feel like a way to enhance or tap into these gifts is just by staying positive and set small attainable goals for yourself, and just like try to meet them and stay focused and like and make sure you network and you're friendly, you have a good positive outlook, try to meet new people and try not to seclude yourself. I feel like you are your best when you are your best, and your talents can actually be emphasized or utilized. That's what word I'm looking for. Utilized when you are around other people. And when you are around other people, you tend to shine through. So overall, I feel like you have just a natural talent to succeed and to expand your horizons and like just be the sun of the world. If this message resonated with you, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Of course, to Mystic Monet's channel. I'm just a guest here, but thank you.
Okay, pile number 4. Here I can see that you have a gift of imagination. I can see that you're extremely creative. You most likely come up with ideas that may seem like a fantasy, but in reality, it's something new and something different that you bring to the table. I can see that you have an eyeball for details. I can see that you take your work and like things that you do, you take it very serious, and you're probably very critical of that. I feel like you might be like really well in like areas of arts, like such as painting or composing music. I feel like you bring the gift of perfection to anything that you put your hands on. And like I see that like with that critical mind and also like the creative imagination, like you really bring a lot of beauty and like emphasis to the things that you create and the ideas that you bring into the world. I also get that you're like an extremely happy person, or just overall happy person that makes people want to be around you. And with that, in return, you're given greater opportunities to, expand and make better contacts and, like be able to express yourself better in the world. I feel like you're also able to communicate your ideas really well. You're able to get people to understand you. Like you can get people to understand you by being like engaging and descriptive and just like expressing like the truest forms, like your truest self, and that like helps people understand you. I feel that you have the ability to also communicate your ideas very well. Like I feel that you can get people to understand you, like understand your vision. I feel that you are very engaging and you can describe what you're talking about and your ideas and concept really well, and that gets people to understand like exactly what you have in mind, and help to bring forth, you know, your creativeness, and that creativeness in you is what is driving you, or, you know, is a talent, because you might not, you know, see it or show it, but that creativeness in you and that idea, I mean, that, you know, eye for detail is what, you know, like, will help you. You can enhance or tap into these gifts by being confident and not letting anyone tell you that your ideas are not good enough, or that they're too far off, or that, you know, they're just not normal or whatever. And also, don't hesitate to go on new adventures. Like, don't hesitate to take on new projects, and don't doubt yourself. Like, having self-doubt and thinking that, you know, like, thinking that you're not good enough is what's going to hinder you from, you know, tapping into, or, you know, embracing these natural abilities or gifts. So overall, it's really your expansive mind that will help you get higher. So I just feel that you should follow that. Thank you guys. If this resonated with you, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Mystic Monet.
Okay, pile number 5. If I had to assign these signs, I would say Scorpio, Cancer, Leo, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. If that's not your sign, that doesn't mean that this pile isn't for you. It just helps give more clarity to those signs. So if you pick pile number 5, I think one of your natural hidden talents for sure is your ability to not take life so seriously and just like let things just float and let things be what they are. It's definitely not too much. I wouldn't say it's like an earth energy to where you have to like keep everything a certain way. You just let life come to you and you take life as it is. You definitely have this innocent childlike energy about you, and because of that, you have the ability to attract a lot of people to you naturally. I feel that you are a social butterfly. I feel like you are able to, even if you don't socialize a lot, you're able to mold your social skills to whoever you're communicating with, and you're able to just really grasp attention even when you're not trying. So that really helps you in whatever career field that you're going in. You have the ability to act and think impulsively, but not in a way that it is careless. I feel that when you do act impulsively, for some reason, no matter what, it always ends up working out for you. So for another person who didn't pick pile number 5, for an example, if they were to do something impulsively, like go on a trip and don't call into work, or just something crazy like that, they will like heed negative consequences. But if you were to do that, you would go on this trip and call off of work, and then you end up getting a better job opportunity while you're on this trip. That's just kind of like how life works out for you. So if I had to give you any type of advice, if you pick pile number 5, I would say that the less you try to restrict and the less you try to plan your life out, the better your life will turn out. I feel like if you pick this pile, if you are a planner and you try to plan every little thing about your life, you will see your life be very difficult, and you'll try to figure out why, if I'm planning it out, it should be going this way. But unfortunately for you, the way that you're set up, it's better for you to just go with the flow. It's better for you to let opportunities come to you and let things just be. You also have the ability of questioning things. I feel that you will stand up for yourself and you will question something if it doesn't seem right, which is fitting, especially for Aquarius being in this pile, and Leo being in this pile, and Scorpio being in this pile, because those are notorious signs of speaking their mind. If something isn't right, especially Aquarius, they'll question God if he came down and said something that didn't fit what they were thinking. So, you know, I feel like you have no problem saying, well, why are we doing this, or why are we doing that, why we can't do it this way. You're able to speak your mind, and you're able to communicate so effectively. Even if someone else was to communicate in the way that you're communicating, another person might take it offensively. But when you communicate how you feel, or when you question things, people don't take it as offensively, and it's because of that childlike energy. No one can really take what you say as offensive, and that really helps you out in the workplace, and it really helps you out in life. That's really one of your hidden talents. Another talent of yours, which is going to seem like a character flaw, but in a way it's a talent and a gift of yours, is your ability to be self-centered and selfish, which sometimes can be seen as a negative personality trait, but in a way that is ability, because sometimes you can be selfish and sometimes you can be so self-centered into where you're always going to make sure you're straight at the end of the day. You're always going to make sure your money's right, your priorities are straight. No one's going to interfere on what you have set for yourself. And in a way that is a talent, because a lot of people struggle with that. A lot of people will let people walk over them, and it'll really affect what they got going on. But if you pick pile number 5, that'll never happen for you. No one's ever going to come between you or your money. I feel that being successful is super important to you, so important to you that friends or family or coworkers or whoever will never interfere in your business plans. So you're able to just really have like a clear vision on what you want, and you're able to attain that for yourself. So those are your hidden talent and gifts, pile number 5. I really hope this resonated with you. I hope this gave you some insight and clarity on how to prone those skills and hopefully use it in your career path. If it did resonate with you and give you clarity, please like, comment, subscribe, share. Thank you, and have a good day.
Okay, so pile 6. I believe you guys have a special gift in the area of adversity when it comes to personal and emotional relationships. I get that you have a sense of strength when it comes to balancing all of your misfortunes in life, where others tend to be overwhelmed. You seem to be able to like flow through these troubles with grace. You're able to stay positive and, you know, be like optimistic through it all. I see that you guys have like a mental understanding that like there's gonna always be some type of, you know, discord when it comes to dealing with others, but you guys are good at balancing both sides and like we're resolving all the problems of like any types of relationships, whether it be, you know, personal relationships, business relationships, whether it's with, you know, your boss, your mom, you know, anybody. You guys are able to like, you know, keep level on, like keep a level head and you know, balance through that, make it through it, you know, without showing a bad face or being mad or holding grudges and all of that. You guys are like naturally able to, you know, basically solve differences with, you know, yourself and others. And also you might be good at mediating other people's problems, like you know, arguments and disagreements between other people. You might be really good at that. I feel like in order to, you know, tap into these natural powers, or in order to enhance them, you just have to like keep that control over your emotions and maintain that, and then just encourage the change, like encourage change in relationships, and just, you know, show it as like it's grown, like it's teaching us a lesson and it's helping us grow, you know, like and then also, you know, you take accountability for your own actions that you play a part of in different situations, and that will help keep and further, you know, your ability to mediate and dissolve problems. And also just understand that not everyone has the same mental willpower as you. So, you know, just be patient with people and take it for what it is. So yeah, I'm sorry it's a little short, but if hopefully this resonates with you, please be sure to subscribe, like, comment, share to Mystic Monet's channel.